Hello everyone, I'm Cloud and welcome to Anime No Mi. Today we'll follow with the One Piece videos here on the channel. We'll talk about characters that can join the Straw Hats, especially now after Wano's arc, where Luffy and his companions are facing two Yonkas. But before we go on with the video, I'm counting on you to leave your like on this video today, and also subscribe to the channel if you're new here to join our crew. Now let's go to the video. Guys, throughout Luffy's journey, since the beginning, they've always been meeting great people, with big dreams, big goals, and many of them mainly have great powers. And as we know, in his journey he made several companions who came together your crew. And as Oda has always been saying in his interviews, there will be new crew members, and they will appear bit by bit and continuously. But who are these members? After all, when Luffy started the journey he planned to have at least 10 nakamas, and now he already has 9 companions. So besides the pirates who are already by his side, which of the friends Luffy has made on his journey will be able to join his crew? In the video we are going to see some possible new members in my opinion, and I want to see which ones you would think would be cool to join the future king of pirates, so comment below who you believe can join Luffy. And guys, let's start with Yamato, because we know the possibility is huge. After all, since the beginning we've already seen the interest Yamato had in being on the Straw Hat pirate ship. In fact, Yamato had long since shown the desire to sail away from his father Kaido, and all of this is extremely important, because as soon as Yamato removed his mask, we found out that in the past, Ace of the Fiery Fists, Luffy's brother, knew Yamato. Not only that, but Yamato also saw Ace in Luffy. And in the next chapter we see Yamato trying to force Luffy to let him into his ship. After all, Odin himself was in front of him. As we know, Yamato is a big fan of the former member of Roger's Pirates and really wants to be like him. And then, more recently in the chapter 1000, we see more about the relationship between Ace and Yamato, how Yamato always wanted to live in the sea, and there too, Ace had already predicted Luffy among the supernovas. Yamato met Luffy's dreams through Ace, a dream he would protect and would not forgive anyone who laughed at him, a dream that made Yamato cry. Roger's same words that in the past thrilled Odin. For Yamato, Luffy is the chosen one. And just as Odin was next to Roger, Yamato wanted to be next to Luffy, so for me it's almost confirmed. Unless Yamato decides to stay in Wano after its opening to wait for Joy Boy, however, I believe more in his dream of seeing the sea outside of Wano, and doing so alongside the Straw Hats, the crew with the captain, who carries the wishes from Ace and apparently from the former king of pirates. But we have great characters who have also been standing next to Monkey D. Luffy, admiring him, and who can also become Nakama of the Straw Hats members. As we know, we had some news in the One Piece world. Among these news, we found that one person ended up losing his life while another ended up taking someone else's. Not only that, but some news tried to be hidden from the newspaper. It turns out that one of these news involved another possible member of Luffy's crew, Sabo, the brother of Straw Hat, who we don't know about his current whereabouts. We know that Luffy and Sabo have a unique bond, and their bond grew even more after the reunion where they shared Ace's desires, and Sabo inherited Mera Mera no Mi's powers. As we know, one of the moments that Luffy suffered the most in his life was when he lost Sabo, and then we found out that he was alongside the revolutionaries alongside Dragon, Luffy's father, and that he had even become second in command. Sabo has become someone very strong, extremely powerful, who is facing the world's nobles just like Luffy does, but in a completely different way. But it's all over. After all, it is not known what really happened to Sabo, but what we do know is that all of his companions, including Ivankov and Dragon himself, saw the news about Luffy's brother, a news that scared them to the point that they said that they needed to find out in person what had happened. Personally, I believe that Sabo survived. After all, he is here as a possible Nakama of Luffy, and in this case, he may be being held by 10 Ryubitos just to attract Dragon and end once and for all with the revolutionary army. However, if this really is the case, probably Luffy would move as quickly as possible, this to save his brother and prevent what happened to Ace from repeating itself. After all, now the Straw Hat is stronger than before and with sure would save your brother. Maybe it even brings us a meeting between Luffy and Dragon. But back, Yamato and Sabo aren't the only ones who can join the Straw Hat crew. We also have Carrot. As we know, Carrot became a great friend of the Straw Hats crew, and even hid on the Straw Hats ship to live an adventure with them, even to the point of continuing with them even in Wano. As we know, Carrot is extremely agile and fast. In addition, she is endurance, and her combat style is focused on the big jumps she is capable of, not counting her Sulong transformation that greatly increases her abilities. And basically, she really wants to be with the Straw Hats, and she's even traveling with them, even though she's not officially part of the crew, just like Vivi for example, who as we know is one Luffy's Nakama. But in her case, she doesn't travel with the Straw Hats, as much as in her heart she has a great desire for adventure that we can see later in the series. We also have Marco, who is now also fighting alongside Luffy. As we know, after the Battle of the Best we saw Whitebeard pirates attempt at Marco's command to try to defeat Blackbeard by what happened to Newgate and Ace, but they were completely defeated. After that, Marco went to live in his former capital captain's homeland, and after knowing what was happening in Wano, he went to fight alongside Luffy, where he even faced the Big Mom pirates. However, after this battle is over, we should see Marco's return, who possibly, after feeling that Sphinx, Newgate's homeland is protected, then he can finally join Luffy, the future king of pirates, and so on. Again fight against Teach. And we also have Bon Chan Bon Clay, which we saw how several times, practically every time met the Straw Hats, risked your life to protect the Straw Hats, especially Luffy. As we know, Bon Clay sacrificed himself in Alabasta so that the Straw Hats could escape, and so he ended up in Impel Down, a place that as we know was invaded by Luffy to save Ace, and there, he ended up being once again saved by Bon Clay. So Bon Chan sacrificed himself again, so that the Straw Hat could save his brother, but Oda showed us that after surviving, Bon Clay is still in prison, but only in the secret floor where Luffy met Ivankov, and I believe that the moment they meet again, Luffy would definitely make the official request. There's also Momonosuke, who is in this case the most difficult to join the crew as he's the one who will protect Wano, but we know that his father, before that, was also part of a great crew, that of the King of Pirates. At that point, Momonosuke and Luffy's friendship grew even more after everything they experienced together in an attempt to defeat the Yonko Kaido, and Oden's son went on to the point of becoming an adult to be able to fight alongside the Straw Hat Pirate. Momonosuke has become very strong, especially with the new form of his devil fruit, and he has traveled for a long time with Luffy's crew, and will really miss this experience, as will everyone who has experienced something similar. But as I mentioned, Momonosuke needs to keep protecting Wano after Kaido's defeat, which would end up making it impossible for him to follow a journey as a pirate just as his father did in the past. But we didn't just stop there, as other pirates became Luffy's crewmates, even though they're not on the same ship as him, or rather, we should have more crews fighting alongside Luffy as part of the Great Straw Hat Fleet. Like for example Boa Hancock, who we know really wants to stay with the Straw Hats, but at the same time, she also wants to be with her crew, the Kujo Pirates, and also protect Amazon Lily, so she possibly could be entirely beside the Straw Hats. However, in a confrontation where Luffy would be in great danger, or need his help, the crew of Boa Hancock would surely be on the Straw Hats' side, and would certainly accept being in the Great Fleet. The same happens with Law, who really became a great friend of Luffy after all the battles that fate put them, and the Heart Pirates really respect and admire Luffy. After all, we saw that now, in addition to the Great Straw Hat Fleet, there is a new alliance to battle versus Kaido, and the pirates who fight alongside Law are part of it. It's worth remembering that the whole Great Fleet was kind of formed without Luffy really wanting it to happen. Even so, he won the respect of so many powerful pirates that they wanted to fight alongside Luffy and become his companions at sea. Comment in the video, which pirates do you believe would travel as a companion to Luffy and the Straw Hat Pirates? Don't forget to leave your likes in the video to help the channel, and also subscribe if you're still new here. The channel is new and needs your help. Thank you so much for watching our video so far. Your support is very important. See you in the next video. Bye.